Coming in at number 4, we've got the slow weapon mastery. And this one is a really good one. I did give this one a B+. I almost gave this one an A-. It does involve some maneuverability modifier, but it isn't forced movement. So, slow says if you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. If the creature is hit more than once by weapons that have this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet. And what you want to do with this is you do want to hit with a weapon that has this mastery, but you want to layer this on top of other abilities that also have the slow ability, that is to slow creatures down or to reduce their speed, but you also want to knock things prone. Now, knocking things prone, and if we look through the rules of prone and we read out that it is going to say it's restricted movement, so your only move options are to crawl or to spend an equal amount of movement equal to half your speed rounded down to right yourself. If your speed is 0, you cannot right yourself. So what's really important about slow is if you can get their speed to 0, then they will not be able to get up if you knock them down. And the slow weapon mastery is an important part of that. Now, we've got a number of weapons that we can use with this as well. So there's 6 different weapons here, and some of them make sense, some of them kind of are a little off and not so much. So the first one we've got is club, which of course does bludgeoning damage. Then we have the javelin, which does piercing damage. Then we have the longbow, the light crossbow, and the light crossbow does piercing damage. And then we have the sling, which does bludgeoning damage. All of these are simple weapons, so they're not in the martial class. Then when we get into the martial class, we've got the whip, which I think for this one is the strongest one because the whip not only has slow, but it's also finesse and reach. And then we've got the longbow. And if you want to make a ranged attacker, the longbow with slow is also another really good feature to use. So all in all, I think this one is a pretty good one. It's not bad. It's not as good as some of the forced movement, but it will do the trick in a pinch.